G'day guys, I've decided to start a YouTube channel to go alongside my eBay shop that I've started about a month ago to try and turn a profit. It's been going well so far. I have a total of 200 listings, $700 of sales and about $300 profit once you take away the postage, listing fees and buying the items, of course. Been mostly going to op shops, thrift shops, retail clearance items and Facebook Marketplace. And sort of got the motivation from YouTube, of course. The reselling community on there is really great. Sort of watch mostly Australian stuff as it's more relative to me, to Aussie thrifters and Aussie reseller. Definitely have been great motivation. So sort of been collecting things for some time with the premise of maybe one day I'll jump into this eBay game. And I've sort of just this year have sort of jumped on board with it. So I do work full time as well, so I don't have a lot of time available to me. I do have lunch times, after work, before work, of course, and I do work 6 days a week, every second week. So I do only have that one weekend really to play with, as the op shops are shut on Sundays in my city. But I can sort of push those limits on the Saturday. I definitely make most of my time, and I generally will find something, at least one item of decent profit. Today, for instance, I did find a small camera, bought it for $10. All the comps on eBay says that they sell for at least $100+, even sort of average around that 130, 150, just by looking at the listings that are available at the moment. So it's not a category I've ever sold before. Like I said, I've only been doing this for a month. At the moment, I've mostly been focusing on collectibles, DVDs and video games, some sort of older books, sort of just working with the knowledge that I've sort of already had, and sort of just working towards gaining more and more category knowledge. Sort of looking at becoming an everything seller. I think it's more interesting than sort of just focusing on one item in particular. I do know clothing is quite a profitable category to get into, and I definitely look at what's available to me at the time. If anything sort of catches my eye, I'll definitely be scanning it up on eBay. I've had more luck with shoes so far than clothes. Mostly sort of it's kind of easy to spot that Nike tick amongst hordes of shoes in the op shops, and just look for that quality and just chuck it on eBay and see what happens. So haven't really sold a lot to sort of hand out my knowledge as someone who's knowledgeable in eBay. Definitely a noob, but all the guys on YouTube, Aussie thrifter, not Aussie thrifter, two Aussie thrifters and Aussie reseller, definitely have all the information I needed to sort of get started. Do try and want to follow suit in how they do their videos. I'm not too sure what you guys would be interested in. I do have a lot of stock. I have about $17,000 worth on my eBay shop. Most of that coming from some sort of older, rarer Japanese Tamagotchis. They're not mine, they are my partner's. And she's been happy enough for me to chuck them up and see if I can get top dollar for them. So I'm not too concerned with making a profit or making money in general with this as a side hustle, as I do work full time, so there isn't that sort of urgency to pay the bills with this eBay money. Anything I do make, I will be putting it back straight into eBay. I have a very basic setup. I have the core flute for taking pictures, 2 lights, like $15 lights from Bunnings, and just using my phone even to record this video. So into the future, if I find this worth my time, I may get a small camera and take it into the thrift and sort of increase the quality of these videos. I think maybe a microphone is probably my next purchase, just because even now, listening back to the few takes that I've had, the audio quality will be a bit poxy. It's something I hope to manage into the future. Have made 13 sales. That's been a couple of books, a few shoes, a lot of Pokemon stuff, and a few small toys that I've managed to pick up. just these guys, pick them up at Toy World, $5. Sell on eBay for like 20. It's no brainer. I don't know how it took me so long to really figure it out. I mean, I've had friends that have resold things and flipped things their whole life, but I think maybe if you can take it a little bit serious, you can turn, stuff that you would throw out into money. I think that's basically the whole premise of it. So it's been exciting so far. I definitely find it fun. I do have a sort of spare room type situation where I do keep all my stuff. So I do have a rack behind me that you can see with the tubs full of toys. Got pop vinyls, these Pokemon, My Little Pony. So yeah, a lot of this is my partner's and some of it mine. Sort of the recent items into the shop have all been bought this year, and we're sort of sorting through that older stock as we do want to hang on to some of it. So we do have sort of a personal collection. We're definitely into old video games, old movies, all the old action figures, and that's sort of growing as well. It's sort of the catch with going out there. It's like, oh, I don't really want to sell this, but I guess you kind of have to, really. You can't hold on to it, especially you just turn into one big hoarder, which behind me here, it's starting to look like it. I have reorganized this room to get it the way I like it. I was taking my videos and pictures out in my bedroom, and I've sort of jumped in here when I decided to record these videos as a sort of cool little backdrop in the background. That's pretty well it. If you guys are ever interested, I can maybe take you through a tour, I guess. It's not really a tour. A panorama view of everything around me. Go through some of the cooler items I have. Maybe show you the things I've sold in a video. I guess this is more of an introductory video. I don't really have much to put on the table. But yeah, thanks. Hope to see you again, I guess.